welcome to Mind Your Business, a channel where we are in everybody's business. If you don't mind getting in people's business, you're on the right channel. Talking about current topics and gossip.
Well, that went fast, don't you think? I feel like Married to Medicine has flown by. I cannot believe it's the final already. So let's get into it. Welcome, people, my inclusive crew. Let's talk about Married to Medicine. So, of course, they are on their trip still in Hilton Head on this 10-year anniversary kind of friendship trip. Now, it did make me laugh because, it starts off with them doing activities and then you see Sweet Tea with the paddle knock Dr. G in his head. That had me cracking up. I thought it was interesting, particularly when they saw the ladies having a chat and asking Dr. Alicia about her 150k that was unaccounted for and saying that they would have had their back. But, once he said that, they couldn't say anything. So I thought that was quite interesting. She was basically, she didn't answer the question as to where it went. She just tried to say, it went on her kids or whatever. But I thought, you know what, Dr. Alicia, you're being smart because these women are messy. They'll probably use this ammunition against you at a later date. So she just kept it to, she's been on the kids. Heavenly was saying how she really liked Alicia and also loves the fact that, she loves her king and, Dr. Heavenly is very similar with Damon. She treats him like a king. So they have that in common. But what was funny to me was that Heavenly was saying to her that she will fabricate and lie, to keep things smooth with her and Dr. Damon, whereas Dr. Alicia will just be very honest. So she was just saying, basically not to be too honest and to, smooth over the truth. I thought it was interesting because I felt like they were giving her little tips, like Dr. Jackie was saying, get an account of your own, always have your own separate bank account. Dr. Simone was talking about how she messed up Cecil's washing so bad that he told her to stop washing. So that was a good tip for her. It was Dr. Heavenly was saying, oh, well, if you don't want to iron a shirt, get somebody else to iron it, but just make sure he's not around when they're doing it. Jackie's talking about, let's get some food and put it in the pots, just like you cooked it. I was like, let's see these women passing the tips. I thought that was quite cute. So essentially they were saying outsource and take the credit. I was like, okay, love, fair enough. Later, we see them get ready to go to this disco party, which they were having at an outdoor setting, which looks really nice, actually. The setup looked really nice. Simone kicks things off, just saying how they've been together as friends for a friendship group for 10 years. Producers were showing all the flashbacks and stuff, I'd say highs and lows, but I'd say it's mostly lows that they were showing. Jackie was saying how, coming on these trip has actually given her closure and how these trips have helped save her marriage. Simone asks everybody at the table about, who's considered getting a divorce. That was like Eugene, Toya, Jackie, Dr. Alicia put her hand up as well. Obviously, Simone and Cecil, we know. But I thought it was interesting because Dr. Alicia was shared that, she was basically heavily pregnant and her husband still wanted her to be in the kitchen cooking, when she's pregnant. So she's basically had to tell him to fix up himself and she mentioned divorce. And I think that helped. He fixed up after hearing that. But she said that, I like that she's training him well. So I thought, yes, use his own stuff against him. Good. I thought it was nice that Dr. G thanked the ladies for welcoming his new wife to the group. I thought that was sweet. Phaedra had a little saying about, the fact that the group is really big on marriage and that they really care about marriage and, maybe she's open to it again. And maybe had she had a group of friends like that when she was married, maybe she still would be. So I thought, okay, you're just saying that to stay on the show or whatever. But I reckon she'll go back to Real Housewives of Atlanta anyway, but we'll see. So that was that. Of course, Toya spoke a bit about, how she felt last year and Eugene said that he felt like he was being a bit lazy. But the word divorce definitely woke him up. But Toya made the point to say that they're still really good. Simone and Cecil also spoke about some of their issues that they had. And also the fact that Dr. Heavenly was able to renew their vows, which they still kind of hold dear to their heart. Heavenly was saying a big thank you. So it was like a little laugh fest at that point. Everyone was like saying thank you. Heavenly was saying thanks for the trip. She bigged up Dr. Kemar, saying that he basically reminds her of Dr. Damon. So she really does have time for him. Dr. Damon agrees and he believes that, men should basically lead and be provided in, a certain way. He feels a certain way about how things should be. So that was that. They go and have a little dance and take some pictures. Next, we see Jackie is organising this Med Gala, which I thought was a really nice idea, to celebrate the medical community. I thought that was really nice. So we see Jackie organising that. She's in her office and she's talking to Heavenly and Phaedra, going over some of the details. We also see Toya and Eugene visit Simone and Cecil. So they're both having the same conversation. So they're talking about the gala and the fact that there was a £1,000 fee or dollars for the ticket, and then there was donations were to be separate. That was what was agreed from what I can understand. But Toya is complaining that she doesn't want to pay the £1,000 for ticket because she's already donating cases of wine, which will come up to more than £1,000. But whilst I understand her point, I don't necessarily agree, because if that was the terms, essentially you agree to pay for a ticket and you agree to donate and bring your products to market and promote your stuff, then just agree to it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get it. The fact that she's looking at it as well, it's just over the ticket cost. But I think if that's what they initially agreed, they should have stuck to it. You know, she was upset with Simone because she's saying that she don't have her back on that. But Simone feels like, you know, essentially she should have been a team player. Whereas in the other location with Phaedra and Jackie and Heavenly, of course, is complaining that Toya didn't contribute. Phaedra's saying that she also donated champagne and also got a ticket, so she's not debating, she's not really bothered about any of that. So she's good with that. But it did make me laugh, because I'm like, why are you guys role-playing? Jackie's role-playing and telling Toya that she can't do certain things because she didn't donate the money for the ticket, is what she's saying. But anyway, point being is that I still believe that if she agreed to pay it and they all agreed that that's what they were going to do, then they should have done it. It doesn't seem like Toya's short of money, so I feel like she should have done that. Now, anyway, on to the event. I felt the event looked really nice. Everyone's all dressed up, seeing all these black doctors and, you know, doctors of the colour that are there, looking good. And I thought it was a nice event. Now, I was surprised to see Anila there. I was like, oh, Anila's there, but I didn't see Dr. Contessa. I was like, where's Contessa? She should be there. And her husband, didn't see them. Maybe they were in the building. But we saw Anila, we didn't see her husband. Now, what I thought was interesting at the event, though, was you see Heavenly and Dr. Jackie standing there talking to another person, I assume is a doctor. And Heavenly is damn out of order, because why is she telling people then, don't buy Toya's wine because she didn't pay for her ticket to come to the event? I'm like, no, what happened to your sisterhood? Why are you embarrassing a woman like that? You don't have to do that. Like, she's not in your sisterhood circle, so why would you feel the need to do that? But of course, it gets even worse. So at one point, you've got Dr. Jackie, you know, saying thank you, and Dr. Heavenly on the microphone says she wants to say thank you as well. She wants to say a few words. And she says thanks to Simone and for those who are donating. And then Toya decides to shout out from the crowd, don't you mean Dr. Simone? So, of course, I thought, oh, Lord, you know, Heavenly is definitely going to respond. And she definitely did. And she blasted her and said, basically, Toya, where is Toya? Where is Toya? And she's like, I'm here, my husband's over there. And chat about, well, Toya didn't even spend money here. She just bought wine. She didn't donate. She didn't do nothing. She didn't buy a ticket. She didn't do anything. I said, Jesus, what us? Did she really just say that? Lord God. I just thought, no, that is out of order. You are embarrassing a woman. I said, Jesus. Heavenly is too wicked and too out of order, because I thought that was bang out of order. Eugene was definitely not feeling it. He tried to defend her, and I thought, oh, bless you, Eugene. You know, he's like, well, she did donate the cases of wine, but she didn't need to call her out like that. I thought that was really rude. It made me laugh when Eugene tried to grab hold of Damon. Damon wasn't really feeling the whole pulling over, but they had the chat, pulling his arm. You could tell that he was a bit like, oh, don't do that. Damon has his wife's back, as Eugene has, you know, his wife's back. But I think in this situation, Damon, you should not be picking up for Heavenly, because that was bang out of order, really out of order. And what made me laugh, though, is that while he's just like, you know, trying to appease Eugene, in the confessions, in the confessional, he's basically just saying, well, you know, I'm just there to support my wife. I'm like, your wife is damn well rude, rank, and out of order. So how are you just there to support this rudeness? This is not okay. This is not a good look. I just thought, wow. Just really rude. In the reunion, it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out, because I'm pretty sure Toya and Heavenly will be going back and forth about this, because even I was like, Lord Jesus, not me, sir. I don't like embarrassment, you know. No, sir. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So I would not be happy with that. No. Anyway, in other news, of course, Quad turns up here, which made me laugh, because Dr. Jackie was like, well, who invited Quad? I was like, I'm sure that's production, because it's the finale and they want to give it some drama. And, you know, Quad will bring in a little bit of drama. So I thought it was interesting when she enters and then Anila says, oh, Quad's here. And I think Toya was really looking to go, but Toya was like, right, perfect time. Toya decides that she's going. So Toya, Anila and husband Eugene, they walk out. And they walk past her. I was like, oh my Lord, you guys just couldn't wait. So she comes in, they're going out. then you see her, come over and say hello to everybody. Quad's, she's all friendly, bubbly, saying hello to everybody. She sees Dr. Simone, says hello to Dr. Simone. Sweet Tea's there, so she gives her a hug as well, and then asks Sweet Tea, where is Dr. G? And she was like, I don't know, somewhere around. She's like, go and get him. What do you mean go and get him? Am I sent out you? What's going on? If I was Sweet Tea, I'd be looking at her like, are you trying to send me for my own husband? You want me to bring my husband to you? For what? Go and find him yourself. Anyway, he wasn't that far, so Dr. G comes over. It was a very awkward interaction. It was so awkward. But I'm sorry, I'm the only one who looks at it like the way Dr. G was looking at her was like he still has a little bit of love there for her. That's what I got, even with the hug. Whilst I thought it was very awkward, the hug, I felt like his hand was lingering a little bit too long at her waist. Maybe that's editing, but that's what I definitely clocked that. And but then she also felt like Quad was hanging around a little bit too long as well. It was just a bit of an awkward moment. You got Dr. Simone chatting about, Dr. G, are you okay? I'm like, Simone, I don't think you're helping. If the man is feeling awkward and embarrassed, you are highlighting the embarrassment anyway. So they kept it kind of, brief. I thought it was interesting that Quad was telling him that he looks good and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it was fine. But we're doing it in front of his new wife. This is very interesting. But I thought it was nice that she said that she's happy for them. That's very much Quad vibes, isn't it? So she was like, oh, yeah, I'm happy for them. And she's escaped the marriage, so she's fine. She's living her fabulous life. Now, in the confessionals, though, it made me laugh because I'm like, Dr. G's talking about, I'm not saying I don't want to see her, but, I'd be happy not to see her again. I'm just like, oh, okay. Sweet Tea, I felt like was definitely rattled. I feel like Sweet Tea was rattled by the little interaction that they had. I felt like it got to her. I don't know why. It definitely got to her because she started talking about, oh, well, yeah, that I did feel a bit funny. And, we are moving forward and we're going to have this baby. I'm like, this is the same baby that you sent him about in his DM, talking about you're going to give him a baby. So that definitely got back his attention. Because I suppose she might feel like, well, actually, his wife is beautiful. His ex-wife is beautiful. She's here. She just told him he looks good. And he looks like he's dumbfounded and still, googly-eyed over her. But maybe I'm just reading too into it. But that's what it looked like to me. Now, we see Quad is still speaking with Dr. Simone and Cecil, asking how their little couple's trip went. And Dr. Simone saying, yeah, it started off as a shit show at first because her and Heavenly got into it and whatever. And you got Quad saying, well, yes, I've got a few conversations that I would like to have with the ladies as well. So, of course, in the confessional, Simone is moaning that Quad ain't called her and, to get things on track. And now she's just popping up. That's not how it basically works. But anyway, so that kind of ended there. You've got Quad saying she had another event to go to. Phaedra had already left by then. Toya had already left by then. Heavenly had already left by the time that Quad arrived. So I think maybe only Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone and obviously Sweet Tea and Dr. G saw her. We know Toya purposely wasn't going to interact with her. Not that surprising based on how she's spoken about her in the past. And of course, Dr. Eugene is not going to acknowledge her either because she used to call him Eugina. That was a very good read, mind you, but damn disrespectful because if that was my husband, I'd be fuming. But I don't know how she got that, but she worked it with that wording because when I saw that wordplay at last reunion, I was like, hey, okay. Anyway, so basically it wraps there. It ends on a nice little note with it being the Med Gala. Jackie heads off, so she's got surgery in the morning, so she's got things to do. And we end it there. But then they show the highlights of the reunion that's coming up. The 3-part reunion, it looks like. And, it's looking interesting. Because I'm like, what is Apollo doing there? Yeah, what is Apollo Nida doing there? I'm just like, okay, this is interesting. We haven't seen him. He wasn't around for the son's birthday party. But he's around for the reunion. This is interesting. And we got Quad coming with Waterworks as well. Look like she's going to be, getting a bit emotional. I think it's going to be an interesting one. You've got Dr. Simone yelling as usual, but she seemed like she was at a slightly higher pitch than usual. But we shall see, and I will be staying tuned. But what did you guys think of the show? What do you think of the actual season? What do you think of Phaedra joining? Because I am a Phaedra fan. Like, I've liked her from Real Housewives, but I feel like she should go back to Real Housewives unless she's going to be dating a doctor, because I don't see what else you're doing there, because everybody is married to medicine. That is the premise of the show. So get with a doctor or get to Real Housewives. And of course, I had to check out social media. So here are some tweets that had me giggling. So what did you think of the show? Let me know your thoughts below.
Yes, so thanks for watching that. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and hit that notification bell so you know when I am uploading some more of people's business. So until then, my nosy people, stay blessed.